Welcome back to SRE Chronicles. In today's video, we will explore ID command. In Linux, understanding who you are in the system is very important. Every file, process, and permission is connected to a user identity. So we will learn about ID command, a simple but powerful tool that shows your user identity information in Linux. This command is especially useful for checking permission, troubleshooting access problems, verifying user accounts, auditing system security. Let's break down in a simple ways. What does the ID command do? The ID command shows user ID, UID, shows your primary group ID, all groups you belong to. It shows also secondary groups. So you think of it like your digital identity inside Linux. The basic usage, check your identity. To see your identity information, simply type ID plus. This will display your numeric user ID here, your main group ID, this group ID, and all other groups membership. So this group memberships, other groups, secondary groups. By default, the output shows numbers, UID and GID values. This is the most common and fastest way to verify who you are in the system. You can also check another user identity if there are some other user existing in your system. For example, let's check ID root user identity, and we see UID 0, group ID 0, groups root, Grigor, Docker, or ID, Grigor, my username. Enter the same output because I logged in as a Grigor user in my system. Let's explore common option. Show only the user ID. You can type ID minus U and username, Grigor. Display only the user ID in number format. Useful checking file ownership and matching user IDs in scripts. Other option, minus G. So ID minus G user name. Enter. Grigor. Display only the main group ID, helpful for group permission verification. How you can show all group IDs? You can just type ID minus uppercase G and username. Display all groups the user belongs to. See here, this is Docker group, LP admin group, users. So Grigor group ID, primary group ID, ADM for 24 CD-ROM, 27 sudo, and all other groups which this user belongs to. This is very important when checking access to shared folders, debugging permission problems. By default, Linux shows numeric IDs. To make output more human-friendly, use -n option. For example, ID -n G Grigor. We belong to primary group Grigor. ID -n uppercase G Grigor. We see all groups which belong Grigor user. Other command ID -n U and username Grigor. This makes it easier to understand during audits or explanation. Sometimes the system may use effective ID. To see effective ID, you can type ID, let's clear the screen, clear X, ID -R -U Grigor, or ID -R -G Grigor. This is useful for security analysis, understanding permission behavior. That's all for this lesson. Don't forget to subscribe to my channel, hit notification bell. See you in the next video.